Greetings, brothers and sisters of planet Earth. Your brother Ptah is here again to speak to you on another pressing issue that seems to delude us in these modern times. Now, I'm gonna quote a quotation from Carter G. Woodson speaking about race. Carter G. Woodson says that if a race has no history, if it has no worthwhile tradition, it becomes a negligible factor in the thoughts of the world, and it stands in danger of being exterminated. And this is Carter G. Woodson analysis. Now, seeing that the King Alfred plan, code name RX-84, is a weapon and a plan to do things to certain people, especially black people. And you guys need to look into this. Code name RX-84. Okay? King Alfred plan. Now, let's move on. There's another brother here, and his name is Dr. Clark. We call him Bubble Clark, Grandmaster Clark, and so on. Now, he's saying that history is a clock that people use to tell their time of day. It is a compass they use to find themselves on the map of human geography. It tells them where they are and what they are. That is, Grandmaster Bubble Clark says that. And I say these things and quote these great teachers because I'm going to tackle something that a great man did. He was a young man, but he did something that shook America. And before I get to that, I'm going to tell you what happened before we get to this man. We are going to look here at the Emancipation War of the United States of America from Britain or England. It's called the Emancipation War, where the father of the godfather of this nation, which is who? Who did you say? You don't want to call his name. Well, his name is George Washington. He's the god of this nation, George Washington, also known as George Washington the terrorist, and also was put up on a ransom of £30,000 in England. As a matter of fact, it's still there today. You can walk right up to it and go look there if you go over there. It's in the history book. So they call the god of the nation a terrorist and have a bounty on his head for £30,000. Now, that war was called the Emancipation War. Now, there's another war. This one is called the Civil War. And the Civil War was a war that was fought against the North and the South. and the South was led by General Lee, and the North was led by Abraham Lincoln, who they claim is the father of the nation. Remember now, George Washington is the God of the nation, and Lincoln is the father of the nation. Now, there are several things that happened under Lincoln when Lincoln was ruling. They wanted to done away with slavery because it was too expensive, they claimed, to have slaves, even though it was a big business. And during the days of slavery, you have famous people, iconic people, like the great Harriet Tubman, Underground Railroad, free many, many thousand, standing strong. Great black woman, Harriet Tubman. More power to the sister. And then there was another sister who, her name is Sojourner Truth, 1887 to 1883. Says no to hate, she says. Sojourner Truth. And she went up to Washington to talk with Abraham Lincoln about the affairs of women voting, and other things and so on. And this was the Sojourner who did this. And later on, because things was getting out of hand and slavery was so deplorable, didn't go well with their religion and what they were teaching in the religion. And therefore they decided to change. But they could not change unless they have a war. So they have this war. First they have the first war, Emancipation War. Now they have a civil war. Now civil war is saying that it is forbidden for anyone to leave the state or to leave the union. It is forbidden for any state to leave the union. And therefore, the South, who is pulling themselves away from the North, this is forbidden for such a thing to go. So, we, the people, black people, went to Abraham Lincoln, told Abraham Lincoln that if you do not give us arms to go and fight for people in the South, then the Confederate flag would be flying all across America. But if you harm us and give us food and animals to carry our weapons and our ammunition, then we will go and fight. And we will free ourselves. And if not, then the Confederate flag will be flying across America instead of the stars and stripes. And in the negotiation, 40 acres of land and one mule to each member of the family was negotiated. So we went out on the battlefield. 6 a.m. in the morning, we went on the battlefield, and by noon, 50,000 was dying on the battlefield. And by 6 o'clock the evening, we have 100,000 died. This is at Gettysburg. 100,000 brothers and sisters and mutinoid who were fighting for, it's called the Civil War for America, to be under one flag, under the stars and stripe. Now people going around and talking about, well, this Confederate flag is our heritage. We fought a war to make sure that this flag does not fly nowhere in America again. This is called the Civil War. And because they didn't like what happened, 40 acres of land and a mule, and they didn't call us Negro then. Hmm? I'm not going to call the word that they were calling us, but they were calling us all kind of names. And they call Lincoln those names too. All kind of lover this and lover that, and speak of a word lover and all this kind of thing. But in the final analysis, they went and killed him. Hmm? Georgeville's boot kill him. And those people who confederated with him killed this great president who they claim is the father of the nation. Now, we move on to Jim Crow and sharecrop, and it was very, very hard for black folks to survive in this country. So, the mourning and the groaning of those people went up, and it reached the ears of a 25-year-old man called Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Many of you might have heard about him. He was a Christian or Baptist, but he sees that he cannot go forward with his people if he put his feet standing in his church. So he leave the podium of the comfort of his church and take his message out into the streets of America. And in the streets of America, a lot of bad things happen out there to him. He was water cannon down, he was dog bitten down, and all this happened to him. And this was very bad for people. This was a bad time for people. Because not only was he fighting for our people at the time, he was fighting for people who weren't even black people. These people that he was fighting for were people that were considered disenfranchised people. Now, the only person in America who was not disenfranchised was white people, or people who you call mutinoid, or Anglos. Some of them call them Anglo-Saxon, right? These were the only people that were not disenfranchised. So all other ethnic group of people were disenfranchised. Doesn't matter if you're Jew or you want to call whatever name you want to call, because as for the Jews, the reason why Rockefeller lent Dr. King the money for the march on Washington was because he was disenfranchised too. He's a billionaire, but he's not recognized. Same thing happened to Oprah Winfrey when she went to Europe. You can be a billionaire, but that doesn't make you welcome anywhere, or your money can't buy what they have. These are racial behaviors that people impose on you. So, these are the people Dr. Martin Luther King lead the march for. And one of his great associates was a brother called Bayard Rustin and Dr. Abernathy, Andrew Young, and Jose Davis, just to name a couple of them. Now, I'm going to go back to Bayard Rustin because Bayard Rustin was a brother that have a behavior problem. And his behavior problem didn't stop him from coming with the ammunition that we need to fight this war. And this war was so dangerous, it was even dangerous than the Civil War. Because in the Civil War, they only killed the president. But in this war that we are going to fight, which called the civil rights movements, it ended up getting the president killed, President John F. Kennedy, and the Attorney General, which was the president's brother. Right here in America. This is in the Civil War. So we have president getting killed for the Civil War. And now we have a president getting killed for the civil rights movements. For the march on Washington to have rights that we were paying for. It's not like we weren't paying for these rights. To have coffee with you in public. Our both of us dead and we came bury in the same cemetery. These were things that were happening here. So when people tell you that, oh, you don't see nothing wrong and we don't need to be going on like this because it's the best place on planet Earth. Yes, might be the best place on planet Earth, yes. But the people have boundaries that they allow certain people to cross. And they keep reminding you every day what boundaries and where is your boundary. And this boundary over here is there. You're not supposed to cross that. They're called racial boundaries. So you can't have coffee or have a hamburger with me in public, beating off the death billy club and all this kind of stuff. Well, they end up killing the president, killing the attorney general because of this civil rights movement. And I look to see in today's world who would come and talk about it and say, well, this was bad and these black folks has paid their dues. As a matter of fact, they were here before any of us got here. They were called the Umlik then. And they were here. And they popularized the North and South continent, twin continent, that is now called America, named after Amerigo Vespucci from Italy. Amerigo Vespucci, he's not even an explorer, he's a writer. And he getting a twin continent named after him. And the Umlik who was here, who built this, they didn't even mention him. They tell you about some people called Indian. Never tell you about the Umlik. The Umlik people this continent. Not only did he people this continent, he ruled this continent, north and south, long before Amerigo Vespucci come and get his name put on America. So, you have, in the civil rights era, you have enemies who was against what President Kennedy was doing. And one of them was called Strong Thurmond of the Republican Party. He was a Republican presidential candidate. Strong Thurmond. Fight against us very hard. And the other one was Adam Clayton Powell of New York. Fight against us very, very vicious. And then there was J. Edgar Hoover of the FBI. Who tried to break down every black organization that's set up in America. From Marcus Garvey down. Malcolm X. Go ahead and look at it. Everyone who agitates for our right is considered a troublemaker. So, these people who was here fighting against us end up killing the president and the attorney general. Because we are asking for things that we are paying for it in our community. Yet still, they refuse to give these rights to us. And they're going to say how much they love us and care for us. We are the builders of America. Hmm? And you don't care about them. Now you don't give them any job. Even if they go to college and they come out, they don't have any job to get. So you get some people and you call them a special name. And you're using them in space of us. Now you give them a bone, but you don't give us no bone, even though we are the builders of civilization. Plant the corn, we build the cabin, brainwash education to make us a fool. This is Bob Marley saying all these things. Bob Marley say that. You remember Bob, dreadlocks from Jamaica. Well, this is where we are today, doing all kind of things against each other. See? And that's why Carter G. Woodson was reminding us of what need to be done. Now, the agitator and those who are agitating for our rights, people like Jaba Ptah. Now, I want you to look at this book. The book that fooled many of us. This book is called the Bible. I want you to look in Ezekiel 30 and verse 9. Get out your little Bible or your little book and read Ezekiel 30 verse 9. I want you to read that. I also want you to read Leviticus 21 and verse 18. I also want you to read Mark 16 and verse 8. Seeing that Mark 16 stopped at the 8th verse. It did not go to 9 and to 21. The lady say she was afraid and she didn't say nothing to no one. No one she didn't say nothing to. Go look at it for yourself. Mark 16 and verse 8. It's in your little book or your Bible. Mind manipulation. Manipulation of the mind. Look at that. So, these are just a few things that need to be told. And there's this thing that most people tell you that there's no God in Africa. I want you to go to Hosea 13. Okay? Hosea 13 and verse 4 of the King James Version. And it would read, Yea, I am the Lord, thy God, from the land of Egypt. And thou shalt know no God but me. For there is no Savior beside me. There's no Savior beside him. And he's coming from Africa. Go read it for yourself. Mind manipulation. Don't stifle the truth. Never you try to stifle the truth. And always back the agitator who is agitating for your rights. Whether it be civil rights, or whatever rights is there. All the other rights. Rights that throw people in jail, charge them for staying in jail. You're charging people to stay in jail. Take him off the street and put him in jail and charge him like you go into a hotel. People go into a hotel and you charge him for the night. But now you picking him up and taking him to a hotel down there and you call it a jail and you charging him for that. And if you don't pay, you put him in prison. whether in stockade or whichever prison you want to put him. He's already living in prison, living here under your foolish ways. The Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, he says that the battle for the future will not be fought and battlefield where you will be shooting guns and bombs to kill each other. He said the battle for the future will be fought on scientific lines. And the race that produce the highest scientific development will be the race or the people that will originally rule the future. Now, if we as a people, black people I'm talking about, is going to sit down and do not build the institution that Dr. Martin Luther King says that we should build. He's not talking about church because he left his church and come into the street. So he's not telling you to build churches. He's telling you to build institution. He's telling you to build farm, to teach your people and to feed your people. Factories, producing even your own drawers. As a matter of fact, Dr. Clark said we not even produce our own drawers. And we got to wear it. Man and woman have to wear it. So we should be producing if it's even that. Start somewhere. The Grandmaster dying gone now. Joined the ancestors. And went home to join the forces of the Netaru. But we're here. And we need to do what they say. We need to do these things. Until we can face up to reality. To know that Dr. Martin Luther King and his buddy, Bayard Rusty and the strategist, they didn't die in vain. And those people who put him on the second floor where he wasn't supposed to be in order to get him killed, they are enemy in the camp. They're always enemy in the camp. And we need to know how we walk. And when we walk, we will walk with the left foot forward, trampling down evil for the heart to go forward. And speak the truth, because in the 42 laws of my heart, the truth is the most important of those commandments. So speak the truth and stop moving like a man move as a tree in the wind. Do not move like a tree in the wind, my brother. I leave you here with peace and love. But I leave you with all standing. The agitator, Jaba Ptah. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.